Have you ever wondered what it feels like to lose the biggest game of your life when victory is already in your hands? On February 5th, 2017, the Atlanta Falcons were just minutes away from winning the first Super Bowl in franchise history. They had outplayed the New England Patriots from the opening kickoff, embarrassed the greatest quarterback of his generation, and built a lead so massive that even the most optimistic Patriots fans had already accepted defeat. The scoreboard read 28-3, and statistical models gave New England less than a 1% chance of winning. Around the country, people left sports bars early to beat traffic, switched off their televisions, or started congratulating Falcons fans online. Everything pointed to the same ending. The Patriots dynasty was finally over. What nobody realized was that they were about to witness a comeback so unbelievable that it would permanently change the way sports fans think about impossible odds. Tom Brady didn't look angry. He didn't slam his helmet, scream at his teammates, or argue with the coaches. Sitting quietly on the sideline, he studied photographs of Atlanta's defensive formations with the same calm expression he had worn all season. While everyone else saw a hopeless situation, Brady saw something different. He understood that football games aren't won with miracles. They're won one first down at a time. Instead of forcing risky throws, he began picking apart the Falcons' defense with short, precise passes. 5 yards became 8, 8 became 12. One first down became another. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the momentum that had belonged entirely to Atlanta began to shift. The Patriots finally scored a touchdown, but nobody seemed impressed. They were still losing by 19 points, and the clock continued to tick away. It felt more like a consolation prize than the beginning of a comeback. But inside the Falcons' huddle, something had changed. For the first time all night, they started thinking about protecting their lead instead of extending it. And that subtle change in mentality would end up defining the rest of the game. As the Patriots kept moving the ball, Atlanta's offense suddenly stalled. A drive that could have sealed the championship ended with a costly sack. Then came a holding penalty that pushed them even farther back. Instead of attempting an easy field goal that would have all but ended the game, they were forced to punt. That single sequence changed everything, because it gave the ball back to the one player no opponent ever wanted to see with a chance to make history. Brady returned to the field with less than 4 minutes remaining and played as though the pressure simply didn't exist. Every pass found its target. Every decision was perfect. Then came one of the most improbable catches ever made in a Super Bowl. Julian Edelman dove toward a pass that had been tipped into the air, with 3 Falcons defenders surrounding him. For a split second, it looked impossible for anyone to secure the football before it touched the ground. Somehow, against every law of probability, Edelman trapped the ball inches above the turf. Even the replay looked unreal. That catch became the symbol of an entire night in which the impossible kept becoming reality. Moments later, New England found the end zone again. They still needed a 2-point conversion just to tie the game, and failing there would mean that everything Brady had accomplished would ultimately be forgotten. He took the snap, fired a quick pass to Danny Amendola, and the conversion was good. Just like that, the scoreboard showed 28-28. For the first time in Super Bowl history, the championship game would be decided in overtime. When the Patriots won the coin toss, the mood inside the stadium changed completely. Falcons fans, who had spent most of the evening celebrating, suddenly realized they might never see their offense touch the ball again. Brady marched his team down the field with the confidence of a man who already knew how the story would end. The drive ended when running back James White crossed the goal line, completing the largest comeback the Super Bowl had ever seen. Final score: Patriots 34, Falcons 28. Years have passed since that night, but the game is no longer remembered for the final score. It is remembered for 2 numbers that have become part of American sports culture. Mention 28-3 to any football fan, and they won't need an explanation. They'll remember the silence inside the stadium, the impossible comeback, the calm confidence of Tom Brady, and the night millions of people learned that a game isn't over until the final second disappears from the clock. Some championships are remembered because they crown a winner. Others are remembered because they create a legend. Super Bowl 51 managed to do both, and that's why, nearly a decade later, it is still considered the greatest comeback in NFL history.